Hello everyone. Recently I looked at the IAS paper and the topic life is a long journey of human being to being human interested me and I wrote an essay. Well, in this video I would want to share with you some points regarding how an essay should be written. Taking this as an example. Okay, so you will generally benefit. And also I would like to tell you how the points normally are same in all essays and you have to flavor it or give it the masala required in that topic, right? So life is a long journey of human being, from human being to being human, right? So now in the first paragraph, what is very important is right at the onset, you have to tell the examiner that you've understood what the topic is. So first paragraph, take the keywords, talk about that according to your understanding. Now, mind you, it is an essay. So an essay, you can take your viewpoint. There is nothing that whatever it says, you have to take it accordingly. For me, for example, when I saw this topic, life is a long journey, तो मेरा तो वहीं पे सुई अटक गई कि long क्यों है? Is it because, is it like this that a person starts life and after a certain time he'll become human being, a good human being? Being human is a good human being. So after certain years क्या good human being बन जाएगा? Is that so? For me, I didn't feel it was like that. You can become a good human being right from the beginning, I felt. So that is how I felt. And so I had that in mind before writing it. So first thing I said was, long was something that said, life is not necessarily a long journey or from between human being to being human, right? And so that is the first thing. For me, being human was a set of qualities you have to have in you to live life. For me, it was like a first aid box which you keep before you travel. It is what you say the soft skills nowadays. You have to have all those qualities to live a successful life. So for me, that was the approach, and that is what I said in the first paragraph. Right? Second paragraph, you can go and talk about who is a human being. Who is a human being? A person who has a developed mind, who has an upward stance. सीधे खड़े होता है ना? Not like other animals. Of course, man is a social animal. He's social, but he's an animal, right? But then he's a social animal and he's an upward stance. दो पैरों पे खड़ा होता है, and he has language. Everything is in language, and that is what makes him special or different, right? So this is what the qualities of a human being are. Same paragraph, you talk about being human. Being human is being. Being is what you are. And what you are the verbs, right? Qualities, basically, the qualities. What qualities? Kindness, sharing, loving, gratitude, etc., etc., etc. बहुत सारी qualities है, अच्छी qualities, long list, right? So all those qualities make you human being, right? So now in this, by the second paragraph, about say 150-200 word हो गए आपके, and you have told the examiner that this is what I understand the topic, and this is human being, this is being human. हो गया. Now from there on you have to proceed with the essay. Don't give more examples of human being or being human. Now proceed with the essay. आगे चलो. In the first paragraph, for example, long journey है. So I started the journey as a child. So in the family is the first institution of learning. So what does a child learn at home? Normally he learns through role play. He sees his parents acting in a particular way. He sees his, brothers and sisters, neighbors, uncles, aunties, the way they behave. He learns from that what is the right way to behave. If everybody joke and cheer and encourage, he will have self-motivation. He will develop confidence, right? But if everybody is shouting at no, 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 then he's afraid. He might even have resistance. Okay, so that is one thing. The other thing is he is watching. Children don't learn what they are told to learn, they learn what they see themselves. So if he sees his mother respecting his grandmother, Dadi, he will learn that you should respect elders. If he sees they are not respecting, he will know it is not right and this will do. I can be bad at certain cases. Why? Because my mother is never wrong, my father is not wrong. What they do is good for me. So if the father is doing substance abuse at home, whether it is smoking or drinking, the child will say that is okay. Father is doing, I can also do. Right? So this is how things develop in the home. These are the things which he learns and what comes naturally to him from the home front. Now, there could be grandmother stories which tell you that you should be a good human being. If grandmothers are there, or nowadays YouTube is grandmother for everybody, so mother will put some stories and tell from there. But the child, what will the child learn from those stories? कि I can be this way, वो being human है पर वो कहीं बाहर है, and I don't have to be because we are normal human beings. मैं मम्मी पापा की तरह हूँ, जैसे हूँ, being human भी लोग होते हैं. He does not bring it to his life. Got that? So what is the best way of teaching your child to respect? Respect the child. Give respect, take respect. बहुत simple सी बात है. Give love, you receive love. So whatever you want the child to learn, you have to be like that. And once you start doing that, the child or whoever starts being human. For example, बच्चे के लिए, if he's saying please, thank you, sorry, well, excuse me, these kind words he started using means he's learning being human. Right? ये बढ़ता जाता है धीरे धीरे. All milestones are there where he will start learning being human. For as far as I'm concerned, वो being human हो गया छोटा बच्चा. Right? If he's caring, हो गया. So that is why I said the journey is not very long. It is when you understand this, that you have to be human, that is when you become being human. Right? You talked about the family, move ahead. वो एक paragraph बोला है. Quickly. Go to the next paragraph. Go to the school if you want, or go to the society. Depends now. If you've taken the family long, don't go to the school. If you've not taken too much, then go to the school. School, what happens? You will interact with other people. It is a miniature society, protected society. So people from different, so there he learns acceptance, sharing. He knows there are differences in societies, but everything is okay. It is not only what he thinks, others also think, and that is also okay, I am also okay. So he can learn acceptance, he can learn tolerance. He is given exposure to all. But here what happens, same way like it happened at home. If the teacher is partial, if the child feels, now no mistake of the teacher, if the child feels that injustice is done to him or partiality is done to the child, then he will have some reservations and he will not become a being human. पूरा खुल के नहीं बनेगा, तो थोड़ी थोड़ी रुकावटें शुरू हो जाएंगी. वो गांठें बननी शुरू होती है, then that is what you keep, takes you away from being human, right? So that is what happens. So as a teacher, there's absolute responsibility that you have to always be on your guard, because the children will learn from you. And a teacher, of course, you cannot be on a guard all the time. So easy hai कि बन जाओ अच्छे. That's all I can say. Well, जितना थोड़ा talk a little about school, go to the society. Very soon you should come to society, because you all are going to become people who will make the society. You will have impact on society. So that is why you should come to society, and that is the place where you can show your general awareness. So you should come straight to society very soon. In society, what happens is you have discrimination of different things. Now there's one thing, we feel that all human beings are brothers and sisters, but there is so much of difference between everybody. There's selfishness, there's greed, there's hatred, non-acceptance of other religions. Everybody wants to become richer than the other person. So all these things happen. Here, touch upon not only personal things, but more, general things. For example, wanting a son They will make the daughter-in-law undergo abortion. Now, being aborting a child, aborting the girl child, female foeticide, what is going to happen? It is not being human. It will end up in skewed ratio. Though the government policy has banned it, you can say that so that you show your awareness. It has also brought up, because of this reason, there's skewed sex ratio, creating a lot of difficulties in later times. It's difficult. It's not the right thing to do. Then again, love jihad or other things. All these things where they go one caste against the other, not trusting the other one. Economic disparity, for example, there is a lot of problem there. We've seen how the upper class people take advantage or subdue the lower class. You can give the example of Hathras. Now, that is one extreme case of being absolutely animal and not being human. And everybody was hand in glove with them. So, how deprived the lower classes. It is a case of not being human. So when you talk about being human, put something of not being human. So this gives a wider spectrum to your essay. And it also cautions you that all these things are wrong and injustices then. Then riots, vandalism, and of course you should say not being human almost goes against our fundamental right of the person who is exploited. Okay, whose right you're taking away by putting him down, that is what is happening. So this you can bring up. For example, for the child, when I said about the girl child, there you can say Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is a scheme taken up by the government. So this way you can introduce EWS, for example. EWS scheme, economically weaker section ke liye, for education also, how 20% seats are to be reserved. So this is all being human. Their government is making it almost compulsory that you have to be human. So people who have more money, they have to do certain things, right? So these are the ways where you can say that law insists that we be human. Also, you can say, just to, again widen the spectrum, that being human is very much associated with goodness. And what is goodness? Normally, somehow it is religion mein aa jata hai, religion mein, or being good. So we have so many Sadgurus nowadays, gurus, motivational gurus. Then we have sabhas, satsang, lot of them. So that is, you talk about good things, and the purpose is of such things is turning you from human being to being human. So when you can bring this connect, but at every point, every place, you should bring about these things. That every place what you're talking is, you must end somewhere with a reference to a title that yes, human being to being human. मतलब एक आप बता रहे हो ये बात कि मैं अपने दायरे में हूँ, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द टॉपिक में बहुत बाहर नहीं जा रहा हूँ, आई एम देयर ओनली. ठीक है, तो ये बात बहुत जरूरी है that you have to bring that place. So in the end, you will sum up the entire thing by saying human being, for example, human being becomes, when he realizes that being human is important, actually he actually enjoys living life after that. तो उसके बाद it is enjoying life, and that is a long journey to a beautiful life. So आपने एक बार बोल दिया था, it is not a long journey from human being to being human. आज मैं बोल रही हूँ, जब human being human हो जाता है, उसके बाद लंबी जिंदगी है जो बहुत अच्छी है. So एक बार तो आदमी बन गया इंसान, और जब बनते तो जिंदगी एक सफर है सुहाना. Right? So that is the approach which I took, and you can take. And when you take, broad spectrum topics, many of the topics, points from here can be brought in many other essays also. So you write any particular essay, and from there you can see that you will get some points which you can relate in other essay. It is how you serve it, right? And how you want to understand, how do you want to relate. Got it? So I hope this has benefited you, and you would have got some takes. But remember one thing, essay should be your own. मतलब किसी की ऐसे उठा के करोगे तो वो तो बात बनेगी ही नहीं. इट हैज टू बी योर ओन. सो व्हाट ट्रिगर्स, जो आता है मन में वो लिखो and try to relate it. But you will come through, when you start thinking, you will get other points. And once you've written about 5 to 6 or 7 essays, you will realize that, somehow वही points घूम फिर के वही points होते हैं, right? And it's easier to take up anything that will come in the examination paper. तो एक सोचने की कला develop करो, the how you think, and that is one of the most important skills, building up thinking skills. So essay invites you to work on your thinking skills, right? So I hope this talk has benefited you, and if there are any doubts, you can reach out to me. I'm Kulwant Rehal, and you can reach out to me at my email, kulwantrehal@gmail.com, right? And I'll be glad to help you or support you in whichever way I can. I'm academician and educationist and retired, and I would love to help anyone who would want to come forth and ask for it. God bless.